Good morning, YouTube. Today we're going to be profiling my Red Eyes Black Dragon Fusion build using the new cards that came out in Invasion Vengeance. This is more of a preliminary build. I have tested it many times, but I'm still open to suggestions. And yeah, thanks.
Love you guys.
Okay, starting with the deck, we run, of course, Okay, so that was my roommate. Starting off, we have, of course, 3 Red Eyes Black Dragons. It is the title of the deck, and I feel like you should run 3. If not, you should not be playing Red Eyes because you don't deserve the title. Next, I run 3 Eyes Black Flare Dragon. I actually have bumped this guy up because with Insight, this card is just far more alive in the deck, and it makes all your cloggy hands a lot less cloggy. Of course, I want to Red Eyes Darkest Metal Dragon because you can only run 1. He's not even necessary in the deck. I mean, he makes the deck so much more alive, but in the same sense, he's not required, which is weird and exciting at the same time. Next, moving on away from OG Red Eyes, we have 2 of the new Meteor Dragon Red Eyes Impact. It's a cool Gemini monster, and the best part is that he can actually be used for the fusion from your deck if you use Red Eyes Fusion, unlike the Summon Skull dude. Its Gemini effect is other Red Eyes cards are unaffected by stuff, or cannot be destroyed by battle, rather, so long as he's as a Gemini monster, but you don't usually be using that. You'll be using him for the fusion. But it's cool to have 2 and to actually have the extra effect, so I don't have to run the original, which looks cool, but it's not as versatile as this one. I still run 1 Summon Skull because I do run 1 more Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. This is probably something I'd side out between games, but I just like him for the more possibilities, and just so I can play the other guy because I'm an old-fashioned guy, or retro as you might say. But I run 3 Red Eyes Retro Dragons. This is something that most people would say not to do, but he's a recursion of a lot of your Red Eyes monsters. If your opponent dark holes your whole field, you can just bring it all back. Now there's a ruling I'm not entirely certain of. Is like, let's say your Meteor Black Comet Dragon gets destroyed. It's not a Red Eyes, except for it is by the effect of Red Eyes Fusion. If your opponent dark holes, this gets sent to the graveyard. He was a Red Eyes when he was sent to the graveyard. So does he get back with Red Eyes Retro Dragon? That's a question I have. Either way, he's still really good. He gives you an extra tribute summon of a Red Eyes monster, but that's not really something you do. But he's still cool, and he's a rank 4. I still run 3 Blackstone Legend because it searches like 9, 6, 7 monsters of your deck. Excuse me, 7, 8, or 9 monsters of your deck. It's just really good, and it also recycles Red Eyes from your graveyard because you're going to be sending them to the graveyard a lot with this deck. I might bump this down to 2, but for the moment right now, I like the 3 that I have. Next, I still run 3 Black Metal Dragons. What I really like to do is combo him off with the Blackstone Legend. You tribute Blackstone, get a Red Eyes, equip that Red Eyes with Black Metal Dragon, makes him a 3,000 beater. Then if they eliminate your Red Eyes, then so be it. You're going to get a search of any Red Eyes card with this guy. I thoroughly enjoy him for that. He also works great with Kinkubayu. I still run 1. You don't need to, but he goes for a Beast Eyes, and he also gets his extra effects so you can search for Red Eyes cards, which is something you need to do in a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck, surprisingly. I still run 1 Keeper of the Shrine. A, it recycles your Red Eyes. B, it gives you, he's a double tribute. C, it gives you something that's a 2100 defender. And then C, it also is a rank 4, which is, as I said earlier, something I try and do with this deck. I took out the Wyverns because their wins, number 1 and 2, they're not as necessary as they once used to be. I run 3 Red Eyes Fusions. This is what you want to see turn 1 in this deck. This sets up your OTKs. This sets up your big monsters. It's just fantastic. I also run 3 Red Eyes Impacts. This searches 1 Red Eyes spell or trap card from your deck. Also, it's a Foolish Burial for Red Eyes. I didn't even realize that when this card came out, and then I played it and I read, crap, I get to send a Red Eyes from my deck to the graveyard as well. So I just absolutely love it. I don't think I'll drop it down from 3 anytime soon. I also run 3 Inferno Fire Blasts. This card is fantastic. This is what makes this deck have FTK or OTK potential, or just put a bunch of damage on the board. What you do is you go for like your meteor, your Comet Dragon, and use this effect. You can send a Red Eyes or a Black Metal Dragon, inflict 1200. You do an Inferno Fire Blast, that's 35. If you do a second one, that's game. It's just that simple. There's a lot of people who are running like left arm offerings just to see this card. I won't do that anytime soon, but it's still a really cool card, and I'm glad it's even more viable nowadays. I still run 2 cards of the Redstone. I might put this down to 1 because you don't necessarily need as much with Insight, and it's not searchable, but it's still pretty good, especially get rid of all those huge monsters in your hand. And also combos well off with Return of the Dragon Lords, because this card came out and I was like, yeah, excitement! You can special summon any 7 or 8 Red Eyes from your or monsters from your graveyard, answer protection in grave, which is cool. Still running around 1 Raigeki, a Dark Hole, Twin Twisters, you can substitute for something else, a Dragon's Mirror. I initially was running a Polymerization, and then Danny over here was like, hey, why don't you run a Dragon's Mirror, because then you can use your graveyard. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I can't use my hand, but it's still, hopefully you're going to have more in your graveyard than you will in your hand anyway. And there's going to be more explanation about this here in a few. Moving on to our traps, we run 2 Return of the Red Eyes and 2 Red Eye Spirits. A, because they're searchable, B, because they make your rank 7 possibilities or just recursion in general fantastic. I usually like to run a little bit more of a back row like Solemn Strikes or Mirror Force or whatnot, but for right now I'm just kind of go for a turbo build, and this is just a tentative build. So that's all I'm running right now in terms of my deck. 42 card main deck, because that's what I always run. Moving on to the extra deck, I run 2 Meteor Black Comet Dragons. This is the newest fusion, and what makes this deck so much more fantastic. I mean, it already was neat, but this guy, when you normal summon, or let's see, if this card is special summoned, you can send 1 Red Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half that original attack. And then, if he is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it, which is cool. Like, okay, yeah, I'll Raigeki you. Okay, fine, I'll bring back a 2400 beat stick, because I want to. I run 2 of those, and I still run 1, the Archfiend Black Skull Dragon, because A, he's an Archimedes, B, he recycles them back into your deck, C, he's just more burn damage. It's another option, and I like options. Next, I run First of the Dragon Lords. This is the purpose of your Dragon's Mirror. There's a lot of decks nowadays that can't get over this guy, because he's unaffected by your opponent's monsters, effect monsters, or anything. If they can't be destroyed by battle by them, if you have him on the field, a lot of times you'll just win. Just because, yeah. And I run a Beast Eyes for my Kinkubayu plays, because he's a contact fusion. That's it for our fusions. I might consider running another First of the Dragon Lords, throwing in a Polymerization or another Dragon's Mirror. Going on to our Xyz, we run triple Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. He's a burner of the deck. He gets back your Red Eyes, which is what he was designed for. It's cool. He can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects as well. And he's a 2800 beat stick. It's just a fantastic card all around. I run 2 Big Eyes, because Big Eyes, and still your opponent monster is fun. You don't ever need a third one. Draco Sack, Gaia Dragon Thunder Charger, because they're both fantastic. I thought I had a Keyblade, Master of Blades here. Huh. He's somewhere. Where did he go? Anyway, he's in here somewhere, Master of Blades. I also run a Galaxy Stealth Dragon. He's a rank 4 recursion of a special summoner from a dragon from your graveyard. It's just kind of a new test, because I have the possibility to go for rank 4s. You can substitute for anything. Number 101. And a Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, just because I have rank 4 possibilities. And that'll about do it for my Red Eyes Black Dragon deck. There are so many different possibilities you can do with this, especially with the new stuff. There's new Gemini Field spell that can make you run this as a Gemini variant. I particularly enjoy the Fusion build because it's a lot more of a traditional style. I also have a Ritual build, which is pretty darn cool and fun at the same time. We might in the future try and do like a month dedicated to this and then like a month dedicated to different versions of Blue Eyes. We'll see. Well, if you guys want something, then feel free to ask. This is really just something to get out there with the new Red Eyes cards. And I'm completely open to suggestions. This is a deck I really enjoy. My cool Red Eyes playmat designed by my good friend Tori. She probably will never see this, but that's fine. Anyway, yeah. Thanks. Have a great day. Black Walnut.
Have a great day.